you can make correct choices and make choices that will be best for you in the long run. Like I said, I'm Dr. Brian Bentley. I am the coordinator for the International Baccalaureate Program, which is a magnet program for all the students in this end of our valley, particularly in Canyon School District. Why does Canyon School District have a program like this? Canyon School District firmly believes in preparing students the very best way possible for college, career, and life. And we really feel that the IB program is one of the best ways for that to happen, from experience and also from research. One of the best ways that this happens are these 10 qualities. This is what's called the IB learner profile that all students are encouraged to learn and be part of, and these qualities are taught to all students to learn to be inquirers, knowledgeable, thinkers, communicators, principled, open-minded, caring, risk-takers, balanced, and reflective. Now, it used to be that you could go to high school and get a high school diploma. You'd be just fine for your whole life. You'd be able to have a good career, make a good living for your family, have a good retirement, and you'd be set. That is no longer the case. In today's world, you have to have some sort of post-secondary training. Post-secondary means after high school. You have to have some sort of after high school training in order to be successful in any field in today's world. So high school has become more a preparatory ground for that post-secondary training. So how can you best prepare for the post-secondary training that you need to have in order to be successful? First of all, make sure that you give yourself a rigorous educational experience. What does that mean? You take the classes that are most challenging for you. Doesn't mean you have to take the hardest classes, but the classes that are most challenging for you. Because when you graduate from high school and you go to college or trade school or whatever you do for post-secondary training, you are expected to be able to handle a post-secondary rigorous educational experience. And they don't teach you how to do that, so learning how to do that now while you're in high school is really important. Secondly, prepare for the expectations of a post-secondary experience. What does that mean? It's really easy to get through school just knowing facts and figures. Just the facts, just the figures. However, once you go and graduate from high school, any place you go for training, they will expect you to be able to do more than just know the facts and figures. They want you to be able to analyze, contrast, compare, and present well. So anything that helps you learn how to do that while you're in high school is going to help you when you go to college. The third way to prepare for post-secondary training is to actually get post-secondary training while you're in high school. And you can do that through college concurrent enrollment classes at any high school, advanced placement classes at any high school, certified career pathways, particularly at your high schools and at Canyon's Technical Education Center and Jordan Applied Technology Center, and then the International Baccalaureate classes that are only at Hillcrest. Why are they only at Hillcrest? It's a big financial investment. So the district decided to set it up as a magnet program so that kids from all over the district could come and experience it. Now you may say, well, I'm in high school. I just want to do high school. I'll do college or trade school or all that stuff after. That's one way to do it. That's a very expensive way to do it. Because while you are in public school and while you're in high school, your education is paid for. Everything you do pretty much is paid for. When you leave the building after you graduate, every bit of training and education that you have after that is your responsibility. You get to pay for it there. And what does that mean? Well, I'm going to show you 3 different universities that fall into 3 different classifications in which most universities in the United States fall into. The first is a public university subsidized by public dollars, tax dollars. So if you're a citizen of that state, you get a discounted rate. The second is a university that's subsidized by a private entity. You fulfill the requirements of that private entity, you get a discounted rate. The third is a university that is not subsidized by a private entity. Most commonly, you need what is equivalent to about 4 years of college. For 1 year of tuition and fees at the University of Utah, the public institution, because you're citizens of the state, you get the discounted rate. For 1 year of tuition and fees, it will cost you $7,457 for one of the 4 years. If you're not a citizen of the state of Utah, you pay $23,736 per year. Okay? At Brigham Young University, private institution, if you fulfill the requirements of that particular private institution, you pay an amount of $4,850 each year to go to school. If you don't fulfill the requirements of that private entity, you pay twice that, $9,700 each year for 4 years. At Westminster College in Salt Lake City, a private university that is not supported by any other entity, for 1 year of tuition fees, it will cost you $29,500 for 1 year. Now I see the blood draining from a lot of your faces and your eyes rolling back in your head thinking, there's no way I can do this, it's impossible. No, it's not impossible. People have been doing it for centuries, and that's why I'm here, and that's why you're here, to give you some options that can help you in this process. How can you earn post-secondary? I'm just going to talk about the IB program. Your counselors can talk about concurrent enrollment and the AP courses. But these are the IB classes. The arrows are the ones that we teach at Hillcrest. This is from the University of Utah. For one higher level IB class that you complete in high school with a good score, you are awarded, it says 8. What that means is 8 credit hours. What does that equate to? 1/4 of a year of college. 2 classes would be half a year. 4 classes, 1 complete year of college. That saves you time and money if you do it while you're in high school. Do the more rigorous courses. They are a little bit harder, but they're capable for any student. These are all of the IB academic courses that we teach at Hillcrest, for which you can get college credit before you graduate from high school. Just a few. A couple here and there. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that can give you college credit before you graduate. What are the advantages of participating in the International Baccalaureate program? First of all, it's a minimal cost. Minimal cost. It does cost some money, just like AP. However, we offer a financial aid program at Hillcrest for those students who need help in paying those fees. We don't want anyone denied the opportunity because they can't afford it. College credit is not like AP. In AP, you take the test, you take the class, but then you have to register for one final test at the end. You can choose to register for it or not, but in order to get college credit, you have to take that test. And it's only one test, one-shot deal. In IB, that's not the way it happens. There are anywhere from 3 to 6 different things that go into your final score that your college looks at. They're called assessments. Internal assessments are actual assignments you do with your teacher at Hillcrest that they grade that are monitored internationally. External assessments as well. So there's as many as 3 to 6 different things that will go into that score to help you get the best score you can, to help you get the best college credit you can. In IB, there are varying levels in each area. In AP, there's one level. Bing, you have to reach that point. In IB, there are several different levels. At least 2 in almost every course, a standard level and a higher level. So it really is built for any student who wants to succeed. If it's one of your areas of high interest that you are good at, you can take the higher level. If it's an area that you need help with, and that's not your strongest area, you can take a standard level course. So you have those options. Almost all of the assessments in IB are writing-based. Now, why is that important? A multiple choice examination tests facts and figures. It really can't test the important things of analyzation, contrast, compare, and present. In order to do that, you have to do a writing-based examination. And a writing-based examination takes more work for the teachers and the graders, but it's the training of how you can get those skills of analyzation, contrast, and compare and present before you leave to go to college. So it trains you how to do that. The last area, almost all the IB classes also prepare you to take the AP exam. Remember how I said AP, there's the class, and then there's the exam you can register for? The great secret about that is if you take the class, you don't have to take the exam. but you can take the exam without taking the class. So if you get the knowledge some other way, you can take the exam as well. So IB classes are kind of twofers. You get two for the price of one. You take the class, you can take the IB assessments, and you can take the AP assessments. At Hillcrest, we teach 20 AP courses. 16 of them are covered in IB courses, 8 of them 100%, 11 of them 90% or above, and any of them, if the teacher knows, they will give you any extra material you'll need to know and will prepare you so that you can take both sets of assessments at the end of the course. So there are a lot of advantages to doing the IB courses. There are 3 different pathways that you can take if you choose to participate in the IB program. One is individual courses that any student can take. And that's what we'll talk about first. And then there are 2 full programs, the diploma program and the career-related certificate program. I do have to do a disclaimer every time I say we offer the career-related certificate because we're actually a candidate school for that. We're about 3/4 of the way through that and should be approved to start juniors next year in this program. But first of all, I'm just going to talk about the courses. IB courses are grouped into 6 different areas. Now, IB is not just a United States program. It's in 147 different countries, 1.1 million students participating. So when it says language A, what that means is the language of your country, which here is English. So we have our English classes in IB, then foreign language classes in IB that are not part of the language of your country. Number 3, group 3 are individuals and societies, what we call social studies. Group 4 is science, group 5 is mathematics, and group 6 is the arts. So hopefully you can see already that the IB courses cover every single area of education. When you take an IB course, as I've already mentioned, you have a choice of what level you want to do. All IB courses are only taught junior and senior year. Freshman and sophomore years are preparatory. But during those junior and senior years, you can choose to do a standard level course, which only takes 1 year if you've got the right prerequisites, or a higher level course that takes 2 years. Groups 2, foreign language, and group 5, mathematics, actually have more than that. And you're going to say, okay, I get credit for this. How am I going to do this? I have to take all of my classes to graduate and take IB courses on top of that. I won't have a life. I'll just walk around with textbooks on my head and be a nerd my whole high school career. No. Why am I saying no to that? Because IB courses count towards high school graduation. For example, in English, do you know how many years of English you have to graduate from high school? Anyone? You have to have four years of English. Well, in those same 4 years, if you just take the IB English classes your 11th to 12th grade year, the more rigorous courses, remember that's a way to prepare, take the more rigorous courses of English 11 and 12 in IB, in the same 4 years, no extra time out of your schedule, you will be finished with higher level English. No extra time in your schedule. Foreign language, it's not required to have a foreign language to graduate from high school, but it is required to have an advanced or an honors diploma from Canyon School District. It's also required from most universities that you have at least 2 years of foreign language. And guess what? You can qualify for an IB course completion in just 2 years in a foreign language. It's a 2-year program. In the first 1 year, 11th to 12th grade year, takes you from level 1 to level 4. If you've already studied the language, you can go on to intermediate, which is language B. Intermediate standard level or intermediate higher level. Those are 3 different levels that you can attain and meet the qualifications for an IB course in Chinese, French, German, or Spanish. However, there's also a 4th level. If any of you are bilingual, grew up speaking another language in your home, you can read and write and speak that language, you choose literature with your parents on your own and study that on your own your junior and senior year, take the assessments in that language at the end of your senior year, and you can fulfill the IB foreign language course requirement without taking any classes in high school. So there are 4 different levels of foreign language attainment you can do. In social studies, each one of you need 5 social studies classes to graduate from high school. Geography, world civilizations, U.S. history, U.S. government, and elective. in the same 5 classes, just taking them in a little bit different order, the same 5 classes, no extra time out of your schedule, you will be finished with higher level history just by taking the IB courses instead of the standard courses. A little bit more rigorous, but it prepares you for college. And it takes no extra time out of your schedule. We also offer art history, psychology, and business management in this area. How many years of science do you have to graduate? Anyone know? You say 4, which is, it's kind of confusing. You need 3 at least to graduate, 4 for the Regents Scholarship. At least 3. In those same 3 years, no extra time out of your schedule, if you just take the IB Science your 3rd year, you will be through with standard level science. No extra time out of your schedule. You want to do higher level for the Regents? You can do that. We offer biology, chemistry, physics, that all count for science. We also offer design technology, which is engineering, and business management that can count, design technology and computer science, which also count in this area. How many years of math do you have to graduate? 3. If you want the Regents Scholarship, 4. Well, guess what? In those same 3 years, no extra time out of your schedule, you can finish standard level math. 2 different levels, depending upon your abilities. Math studies is the first one that you can finish by the end of your junior year if you're on the right track. That is kind of like pre-calculus. Math standard level, which is calculus AB. Or you can go on to the 4th year for math higher level, which is calculus BC. Or go on to further mathematics. 4 different levels. Arts, you have to have a year and a half of arts to graduate from high school. All of our arts classes in IB count towards that. Dance, music, and theater, and your performing arts classes would be incorporated as part of your IB study. So that's not in addition to being required, but as it will count as part of it. We also offer visual arts and art history. So hopefully you can see we offer standard level and higher level courses, and in some cases even more levels than that for all students. So you can choose which areas you are strongest in that you would want to do higher level and the other standard level. Those are the courses. Now I'm going to talk about individual programs. First of all, the diploma program. This is the model for the diploma program. As you can see, there are 6 different areas of curriculum in the second circle there. You see that? Those are the 6 areas we just talked about. To get a full IB diploma, you must take at least 1 course for each of those 6 different areas that I just talked to you about. At least 3 of those courses must be studied on the higher level. But no more than 4 can be done on the higher level. The rest must be done at standard level. Now, some of you darlings who are high achievers would say, well, I would want to do them all on higher level. Good for you for being so studious. IB will not let you. Why will IB not let you just do higher level courses? Because plain and simply and bluntly, IB does not believe in producing nerds. Plain and simple. They do not want you just totally immersed in academics. So to get the IB diploma, at least 2 of them have to be standard level. 3 to 4 higher level. Those are the classes that you would have to take, and I've already talked to you about how they fit right into your schedule, what you already need to do. There are special considerations for the arts. They realize that not every student wants to study IB level arts. So they allow you to do an arts course for a group 6, or you can replace it with a second language, a second foreign language for those who are bilingual, that really works. Another course in social studies, a second science, or further mathematics. So again, with the diploma program, it's not something that you are required to fit into. It's something that will fit to you, what you're interested in, and what your strengths are, and what you want to do with your life after high school. What is the IB diploma for? It's designed to prepare you the very best way possible for college and university. And that is backed up by research. It is true. Just so you can see how universities look at how important this is, I'm just going to go back to this chart that the University of Utah had, but I'm also going to show you what's here on the side. If you walk onto the University of Utah campus, with a full IB diploma, you will automatically be given 1 year, 30 hours of college credit. Done. Finished. You don't have to do. It cuts 25% off of the time and money that you need to do to graduate from high school. Also, all of your general education classes are waived. You don't know what that means, but talk to your teachers. They can tell you about general education classes and how much we all love them not. But wait, there's more. Remember how I showed you that AP credit can be also gained through the IB courses without having to take the AP class? The universities will also give you credit for those as well. Our average for students who leave, not just the diploma program, but to take any IB courses, the average for the number of college credits that they're given when they walk on their college campuses is 44. What does that mean? 1.5 years of their college done. But wait, there's more. That's not our records. Our record at USU was a girl who walked in with 66 hours of college credit. That's more than half of college done before she started. The University of Utah, 69 hours. But wait, there's more. That's not our record. Our record was at Brigham Young University, a young man 2 years ago who walked on that campus with his IB diploma, all of the AP tests that he had taken that the IB prepared him for, plus 3 extra AP courses. He was awarded 84 hours of college credit. What does that mean? He was 2/3 of the way through his junior year. He can graduate from college in 18 months. That's what doing college credit in high school can do for you. If that's what your goal is to get a college degree. The third program, another full program that we have, is the career-related certificate. The curriculum is a little bit different. It involves a 2-year study of a career pathway over your junior and senior year, and I'll talk about what that means in a minute, plus some diploma program courses. What do we mean by a career pathway? These are focused studies in a career that you want to do that lead to some sort of certification by the state, by a university, or by the industry. These are the types of programs that we're looking at. They go all the way from auto collision, through computer programming, through cosmetology, through surgical technicians, through the performing arts. If you have a real focused idea of a trade or technical area that you want to concentrate on, we can design a program that will certify you in that area, and you can also do this with the IBCC certificate. And it involves going, for those of you who are interested in doing CTEC or JATC. In addition to the 2-year career studies, you also take 2 diploma courses, either standard level or higher level. None of them are required. It is which ones you feel will relate best to your career pathway. You do those 2 things, that covers all the curriculum you need for the IBCC certificate. What is the purpose of the IBCC certificate? To prepare students for one of 4 different options that you have after college, to go directly into employment because you'll already be certified and licensed in your career area, to go into an apprenticeship for further training, to go into a technical training program that goes further than that, or to go into university training in your career pathway. Now, what makes these programs unique, other than just the courses, or if you just take the courses, are what are in the middle, called the cores. And the cores are actually related to each other, so I'm going to kind of go over them together so you know what's expected of you if you do these full programs. Each one of them have 1 extra class. In diploma program, it's called Theory of Knowledge. In the IBCC program, it's called Approaches to Learning. It's 2 semesters, 1 semester your junior year, 1 semester your senior year. They both have an independent project that you work with a faculty member one-on-one over 9 months to do. In the diploma program, it's called the Extended Essay. In the IBCC program, it's called the Reflective Project. They both have anti-nerd factors of creativity, activity, service, and community service hours. In other words, it's designed to have you be involved in your school and community. Very important part. And the IBCC has one more part of its core that is not part of the DP core. Why? Because in DP it's already built into the curriculum. But in IBCC it's language development. It's development in the foreign language in your career study. You can do that through regular foreign language courses. You can do that at home through private tutoring or through an internet or a virtual program that will help you learn that language. And for any of you that are bilingual, technically your language, your mother tongue is the language you spoke in your home. So English could count for this area, for you, your English classes. That's all that's required to do full programs. For all of that post-secondary training that you can get before you leave high school for a fraction of the cost. So the question is not why do the IB program, the question is why not? And I know that there are some very serious why nots that I'm going to address. Number one, you have to go to Hillcrest. And for a lot of you, if not all of you, you've had the goal to go somewhere else, and that's great. All of our high schools are wonderful in Canyon School District. I would love all of the high schools to have the IB program, but it's not financially possible. So therefore, it's only at one school, at Hillcrest. And so you do have to come to Hillcrest to do it, either starting your 9th grade year or at least by your 11th grade year. Another big why not is that it's hard. Can't help you there. It's hard. Is it too hard? No. That's why there are several different levels in each area, because they know that not every student is a whiz at every subject. But it is going to challenge you. Why? Because that's what you're expected to be able to do after you graduate from high school. And you have teachers that know your names, that will help you individually, and other people that will have counselors and me who will help you to be able to handle the rigors and still be able to have a life in high school. That's another big why not. If you do IB, you can't do anything else. Wrong. 4 of our 8 student body officers are IB diploma students. We have IB candidates in every single varsity team at our school. We have IB candidates in debate, in every single performing arts group, in every area of the school. Another big why not is that it does cost some money. But let me remind you that we have the financial aid program at Hillcrest to help those who may need the help to be able to be part of the program. Now, if you have other questions, this is my information, but I've got some things here for you to take, if you would like, that can give you more information. First of all, there is a flyer here that we're going to have handed out to all of you as you leave. On the back of this flyer is a list of evening meetings that we're doing all over the district, one afternoon, all the rest of evening meetings, that talk about further things about the program. So you and your parents can come and learn more about the program. You won't be signing your name in blood. You won't be brainwashed and forced to do it. It just gives you further information if you would like it. We also have here a brochure that talks about Hillcrest's program. If any of you are interested in picking up one of these, we have this handout that has all of those pathways in those 6 different areas that I showed you, and it also has the IB AP comparison chart and also some sample plans if you were to choose to do that, and the career pathways that we offer. We also have, for those of you that are truly interested in doing it already, know how you want to do it, a registration packet. It's not an application. We do not require students to apply to be part of the IB program. It's open enrollment, meaning anyone who wants to try it can. So you can pick up one of those if you'd like. The Counseling Center would also, if you want more information, would also like to have you, if you come up to get these forms, to sign here on this paper so that we know that you are interested in knowing more about it. Put up